Did you hear? Congresswoman Lauren Boebert supports science, education, and making baby formula easy for everyone. Just kidding. She's against all that stuff. But CPAC still gave her an award. Check this out.
So when you find somebody who's standing for us, I'm going to repeat this again. We need to stand with them. And I sat there on election night and every day after until they finally finished counting the votes, sitting on the edge of my seat going, please God, please God, please God, please God. And then all of a sudden it's had this little check mark beside Lauren Boebert. And I went, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this year, right now, we would like to present Lauren Boebert with our Mothers of Influence Award.
So there you have it. CPAC just awarded Lauren Boebert the Mothers of Influence Award. Now that feeling that lady had, I don't know who she is, but the feeling she had when she was watching the election, the most recent elections, and Lauren Boebert actually was very close against her competitor in a district that she should have won easily, but it was very close. And that feeling that lady had when Lauren Boebert won and she goes, yes! I had the exact opposite feeling. I was like, no! Because Lauren Boebert is the worst. She's one of Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert. They're just all bad human beings and really unintelligent. And Lauren Boebert, there she is. She's getting the Mothers of Influence Award. Her son, her 17-year-old son, is about to father a child. Now, I'm not here to judge anybody. My guess, I would hope, if I were my son, I would hope that my son wouldn't be having a kid that young. To each his own. But I think as a society, we probably need to have better circumstances for when people are going to have kids. I'm guessing a 17-year-old is not quite ready to take care of a kid. But Lauren Boebert saying, have the kid, let's go for it. Let's just bring this kid into this world, see how it goes. So there she is. She's a mother of influence. And it has nothing to do just with her kids. It has to do with the policies she stands for and is against. She's not pro-education for kids. She's not pro-science and listening to science and what's best for children. She's not pro-making baby formula available to kids, to babies at a young age. So she's really just doesn't stand for a lot of good things that are pro-child, like being a good mother. And yet, CPAC still gave her the influential mother, whatever that award is. Why not? Because they're CPAC and they should award it to someone who is just the worst in terms of being deserving of such an award. But let's listen to Lauren Boebert herself and how she feels about children and educating children and being a good mother. Watch this.
But we have to get aggressive and say, there is going to be money spent in the Department of Education that is going to be funded. What do we want that funding to go towards? What do we not want it to go towards? Because there are schools that are worse than that are teaching worse than just gender ideology. Yeah. They have comprehensive sex ed. They're teaching kids how to have and enjoy sex, and even same-sex sex, how to pleasure themselves. Wow. This is not something elementary students should learn, or nor any student in a public school. So these are the things that we need to go after and cut their funding.
First of all, Lauren Boebert, as a father, I really don't want to have that conversation. So I do hope schools would have that conversation with our kids. But the truth is, I'm going to have that conversation with my kids as well. And I think the more knowledge we have, the better off our children will be. And maybe they won't be having children at the age of 17 on their own, all right? If you travel anywhere else in the world, I was in Holland. If you go to Holland, sexuality is not as puritanical as it is in this country. In this country, Janet Jackson's nipple fell out during the Super Bowl, and people like Lauren Boebert lost their minds. They go, oh my God, there was a nipple in the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, you go to Holland, people are walking around. I went to a spa. There was guys and girls naked walking around. No big deal. They don't make it a big deal. They educate their citizens on sexuality. And when I brought it up to a guy in Holland, I said, how are you so relaxed about sexuality? He goes, the truth is, here in Holland, we don't understand how you guys are so scared of sexuality. And meanwhile, all of your film and television and all that programming shows shooting and killing. That's not a big deal. But a nipple scares your whole country. So there you have it. Lauren Boebert does not want our kids to learn about sex education, She doesn't want our kids to learn about maybe planning for the future. So we all end up with 17-year-old boys fathering a child. That's not a good thing, Lauren Boebert. It's not a good thing. Here's the thing. Please, educate your children. Don't be afraid of education. Sex ed is fine to teach your children at the right appropriate age. She said that, there shouldn't be any of this in schools, she said, in public schools. So what, you got to go to private school to learn about sex? So only private school kids can know what to do and what not to do? Come on, Lauren Boebert. What are you, an elitist? Come on. I'm Maz Jobrani. See me at a comedy show. We'll have some fun. At Maz Jobrani. Follow me. Bye.